In this video, it's time to uncover the 10 things you probably didn't know about Jperm. Real fast, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, take this time to subscribe before I run out of subscriptions to give away. With that said, let's get to it. It's probably unlikely that you don't know Jperm at this point, even though our channels are growing at a similar pace. Well, maybe not. Nonetheless, let's get to it. 1. The high school that Jperm graduated from was Richmond High in 2015. Conveniently, this was the new school mentioned in part 3 of his cubing animation stories. Interesting enough, the school mascot was the Colt. I can only assume they are referring to Samuel Colt, the early pioneer in product placement. Sure, it was most likely the actual Colt animal, but this is all starting to make sense now. Given that he clearly became motivated to start a YouTube channel about speed cubing, this obvious connection to place these products in his videos would have been overlooked by most, but not me. Nice try, Jperm. 2. Jperm's favorite food is buttered chicken. At first, I took this pretty straightforward, then I started to wonder, what if this answer was really a message? He's often referring to cubes as being buttery, but is that really a thing, or is he trying to give us all clues this entire time? Sometimes when I make videos and describe things out of hunger, I use words like this too. It has that fast, buttery, smooth feel. Now we can assume that Jperm makes his videos hungry, and no, that's not the third thing to know. That's a freebie. Science. 3. Jperm knows one word of Chinese. It's the proper pronunciation of Vcube, and I'm probably gonna butcher it, but that's Vcube. I'm sure he knows more than one word, but this is still pretty compelling. Out of all the things to know, why this? I remember about a year ago, Jperm made a video about the Vcube being amazing.
I think this could also be my 3x3 main.
Most people took it as sarcasm, but not this guy. I'm not that easily fooled.
But I pity the fool.
For someone to dedicate that amount of time and degree of patience to fully understand the pronunciation of Vcube, it only makes me wonder, have we been looking at the Vcube wrong all along? Maybe Jperm owns Vcube and is trying to sell more cubes. It's all starting to make sense now. Even though I'm convinced Jperm's main is a Vcube. 4. Jperm's main cube is the Y-Long GTS-2M with MF3RS2 springs, or so he says. Even when I asked about his main, he had to make a quick note that the corner cutting is a bit bad compared to the flagships nowadays.
Kind of lost the flexibility and fluid corner cuts of the original GTS.
So could all this just be some serious bait and switch? Maybe he's really trying to say, buy a Vcube, or as he would say, buy a Vcube. Interesting. 5. Jperm's favorite YouTubers, aside of being a massive Cube Solve Hero fan, he spends his YouTube free time watching Vertasium and CGP Grey. I find it interesting that he enjoys Vertasium because that's the known element of truth. What is this hunt for truth that he seeks? Is it all tied into the Vcube, or could this be a much deeper journey into the mind of Jperm? Follow me on this. Based on the facts we know, Jperm graduated from high school that inspired him to place products on YouTube where he gained the trust of thousands, only to use words like butter and mask his hunger, and ultimately sell more Vcubes. I'm convinced now that his very logo and clothing brand is just an animated version of the Vcube 2x2. So all this time, we've been told the Vcube is bad, but based on the evidence, it's only safe to assume that we haven't given it a fair try. 6. Did you know Jperm drives a BMW? However, doesn't know what model? Sounds fishy. Though I don't have any interesting connections with the BMW, I thought it was worth mentioning. 7. Jperm's personal best is a 5.34 single with a 7.35 average. That's fast, but I feel as though he's being a bit modest. I'm convinced that Jperm holds the unofficial world record in 3x3. Did anyone else see his reaction video to the official world record for 3x3? He attempted to act shocked, but for someone like me who is a pro at interpreting gestures, I can tell you that he was in fact not shocked. He even used it as an opportunity to sell clothing.
And then consider getting them one of these cubing shirts.
Which is just more Vcube propaganda. On a serious note, you should buy Jperm merch, link in the description. 8. Jperm owns 100 cubes that are mostly 3x3s. Ha! Finally something I can say I beat him at. Given the fact that he's a faster 3x3 solver, has a bigger channel, has created more videos, and is all around cooler than me, I'll take any win I can get. 9. Jperm says he's 5'10". I know in the NBA, most players add 1 to 2 inches to their profile to inflate their stats. Well, what if cubers do this? Even though I'm 6'1", I often say I'm 6'2" because it sounds cooler. So what if Jperm is actually 5'9"? My mind is actually blowing right now. 10. The last thing I asked Jperm is what he planned to do for his career. He stated that he was going to make videos until people get sick of seeing his beautiful hands. Well, maybe the end is near for Jperm, folks. I've noticed that most of his videos are commentary heavy and we're seeing more of his face. Is he transitioning from his hands, or does he realize that people are sick of his hands? I was able to uncover a real-time email sent from a fan to Jperm. It states, "Dear Jperm, I'm tired of seeing your hands. Sincerely, Anonymous." It is what it is, but personally, I still like his hands, so there's that. Oh, and real fast, Jperm's Instagram account is actually legitimately his. So go follow. That was a freebie. Facts.